What is up, guys? In this video we're going to be discussing how we can use constructors in C++, and in the previous videos you might have noticed that we had to first create an object of YouTuber, which I named Code Palace and Coding in Flow, and then we had to manually update these ones to make sure that we can print out these values. Now in this video I'm going to show you a faster way to do that will simplify our object creation. So the way we're going to do this is by creating a constructor, and let's get started immediately by creating our first constructor. And as you can see right here, the way we create a constructor is by creating the class name inside just like we would as a function and inserting a few parameters such as string name and int subs. Now you might be wondering what's the difference between having this one here and the class YouTuber. Just by defining a class name inside your class, it's going to tell the program that it has to trigger all of the code that's inside here each time we create a new object. And of course, the best way to explain this is to show you an example. So first we're going to go ahead and assign the name of name to our username. And we also want to assign the value from subs to our subscribers. And now every time we create an object, we also want to print out some data on how many subs the user has. So username has subscribers, and here we're going to type in subscribers and of course add an end line. Now let's go to our main function and create a new object. So we're going to type in YouTuber, and we are going to recreate Code Palace as we did earlier, but this time you're going to notice that we can't just create it the way we did earlier. We can't just give it a name. That's because we created a constructor which requires us to add these parameters each time we create the object. So now when we create an object, we also have to supply a name and the subs. So inside here we'll type in Code Palace and 100 subscribers, for example. So as I explained earlier, once we have this constructor, it's going to automatically insert these values into the username and the subscribers so that we do not have to manually change each one after we create the object. Let's also go ahead and call codepalace.makeVideo and give the date of today. And now you'll notice that when we run the program, it's going to be identical to our last program, except this time we saved a lot of time with adding some values to the constructor, so it looked a bit more clean and so that it was faster to produce. Of course, at any moment in the program, you can go ahead and type in Code Palace username and you can change it to something else, such as 123. And as you can see here, now when we call the function after changing the username, we get 123's making a video today. So providing a constructor just simplifies the process of inserting some values and some pre-made code. So if we go ahead and type in YouTuber Coding in Flow, we can go ahead and give the name of Coding in Flow, give it 1000 subscribers, and everything's going to work exactly the same way. Coding in Flow dot make video tomorrow. Now we can go ahead and run it, and you're going to notice we will have Coding in Flow has 1000 subscribers and Coding in Flow is making a video tomorrow. Of course, that's because we decided to include this constructor which assigns the name to the username and the subs to the subscribers. Plus it also prints out this statement down here each time we create a new object. And in this example, we defined it inside the class, but we can also define it outside of the class. And to do this, all we have to do is go ahead and copy this, place it here, and do that. Then just make sure to copy this section right here, because now we've defined that this class has a constructor, but of course we did not define what it does yet. So to do that, we need to go under the class and type in YouTuber, which extends YouTuber with the string in the name. And then of course you just type in what we had earlier here. And like this, it's going to work exactly the same as earlier, except this time we've defined it outside of the class just by stating that it exists right here. So if we rerun the program, we're going to have the exact same output as earlier, with the exception that we defined this outside of the class. So that was the basic introduction to how you can use a constructor in your class. As I said earlier, it saves you some time in creating new objects and initializing some code. Of course, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below and I'll do my best to answer them. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.